Hello everybody, RailFaner4459 here, or the San Carlos Railfan, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing a massive free HO scale lot I got from two friends. This has a bunch of stuff in it, and basically the story is he was going to throw it all away, however I convinced him to give it to me, so here we're now. And the second friend I kind of just traded some quick items for, so let's get into it. So first off, we have one of the nicer pieces of the lot, which is a unbuilt half and blue box kit. I actually like blue box a lot, considering I do model railroading on a budget. Blue box is kind of like my savior for just 1900, like 1940s era stuff. As you can see, this is a unbuilt tank car kit, so that's cool. Next up, we have another unbuilt kit. This is like the only other one. This is a roundhouse kit. Oh, put the box on backwards. This is an unbuilt modern hopper. Probably going to use this for something. I don't know what, but it's a unique piece. Now keep in mind, the rest of the stuff here I will probably be giving away or keeping. So, get to our first locomotive. This I've already modified a little bit. This is an AHM Burlington Northern diesel locomotive that the second friend gave me in a trade. Basically, he didn't need this, so I took it in. And the whole problem is that one of the drive shafts is extremely seized up. I end up having to remove it. However, I am going to try getting like some kind of replacement or fixing it in a future video. So stay tuned for that. Let me just go set this in the corner. Next up, we have something a little screwed up, but probably something I might keep. It's a, I think it's AHM, but this is a, Pacific Fruit Express car. These are extremely common, especially on the West Coast, because most people do Pacific Fruit Express. So, yeah. It's an AHM. By no means it's good. I am not a fan of AHM products. Riverosity, I am just completely fine with, but I don't really like the stock AHM engines. And I don't like to pay much for them. The rolling stock's okay, but I'm probably going to keep this car. Mainly just because it's a PFE car. Next up, we have a Central of Georgia AccuRail car. This doesn't have metal wheels, but it does have KD couplers, and shockingly, they both have the springs, which is pretty rare on something I got for free. I really like this car, and it's really nice, and I can't wait to use it with stock that doesn't even match it. Now, the next engine, it's very screwed up, and I only really got it because I wanted to use it as like a display. And oh boy, this has gotten worse over time. This is a very screwed up Bachmann GS4, which I tried modding into a GS6. It has a very similar story to the Mantua 040. I thought a friend needed it, but then he didn't really want it, so kind of just sat at his place. It's an alright engine, but these side rods really hold it back. Just look at that, bro. And then it's also a 284 Berkshire instead of a 484 Northern, so this is definitely going to be a good parts engine or a project. Next up, we have one of many shells. This includes we have this very screwed up shell. I can't even identify what this is, but there's that. This is going in the recycling bin. Next up, we have a British Columbia Railway shell with some graffiti on it. Pretty interesting. I might not keep it, though. Now we're getting into some items which I actually might keep. I believe this was supposed to be lighted, however, this is a Mantua, Pennsylvania caboose. Again, it's probably one of the more common Tyco pieces, but I still like these streamlined cabooses. They're really unique. This one, interestingly, isn't a Tyco, though. This has a Mantua kind of body on it. Very similar to a Mantua boxcar I have, so, yeah, there's that. This is one of the most interesting pieces of the lot. This is a Baltimore, Ohio caboose passenger car. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. It's 1800s, so it's mine. Automatically mine. Next is probably something I'll be using for the rest of the years on, is this Central Pacific flat car. This is a Bachmann with metal wheels, yes, metal wheels, and KD couplers, which is a very shocking piece. I was shocked this was even included, but I am so happy that it was. This is, like, perfect for all my 1800s stock, and I really need a flat car. Next up, you have a Brookside fresh mail and clean car, very similar to the Bachmann track cleaning cars which are sold today. Nothing much. I think it's a mini trains. I don't know, but it's a piece I probably will hold on to. Next up, we have this Tyco SD9 or SD24 Union Pacific. It runs, but very badly. It squeaks a lot and it sounds like crap, so it's gonna need to be fixed. But it's a really unique engine. This. Yep, I am running out of space, so I will have to figure out a new place to put everything. Next up, we have a route of the El Capitan car from Tyco. This has been modified with metal wheels and knuckle couplers, which is a shocker. I don't know who was modifying them, but they really like their Tyco stuff. Now, as you can see in a little bit. Next up, we got a box of Revell track. I don't intend to keep this, however, the club I work at, they kind of have a little display of a bunch of really ancient HO items, so I was thinking about donating this to there, so I could potentially donate this little thing to the club I work at, which is really nice. It still does have the track. It's brass track, though, so it's okay, but I just wanted to point this out. Next up, we have two more shells. We have an Anco tanker, and I believe this is a lifelike. This is a Swift Livestock Express, so these are easily not keeping. I believe the Amco is a Athlon Blue box, though. Next up, we have a Black Widow B unit. This is something that the friend who traded me the BN engine and the UP engine gave me. It's nothing much. Really simple. It's a dummy, so it's free rolling. And this will pair up really well with something I'll show in a minute. A Black Widow A unit shell, except it's missing the orange stripe. Bravo. I'm probably going to try getting some Athlon Blue box chassis to go with these guys. So, stay tuned for that, and maybe you'll see these two running on the rails. Except I'm going to have to get an orange stripe for that. Move these. Next up, we got a piece of cork road bed. It's literally just cork road bed. So, and along with that cork road bed statement, here's a bunch of other pieces of Revell and Bachmann track and Atlas track that was just included. So this is easily just going in the dumpster. I don't need this. Next up, we have a Tyco New Haven boxcar shell. Again, I don't need this. I already own the exact same car, but better. Knuckles and Katie's, metal wheels. Next up, we have a Bachmann Shell gas station car. Very interesting, although very orange. Not my type. After this, we have a very peculiar car. I think it's a custom in some areas. I have absolutely, like, no idea who made this, but this is a Santa Fe boxcar. It's missing a truck, but yeah, Santa Fe. Next up, we have a Bachmann Union Pacific We Can Handle It car, so wanted to point that out. Pretty interesting. It's missing wheels, but hey, there's like 5 million wheels at the bottom. Next up, we got a very busted Tyco Virginian hopper and a Burlington Northern boxcar shell, so yeah. After this, we got a very bland looking Southern Pacific boxcar. It looks naked. I'm gonna be selling this. I don't need this. I believe it's from AHM. Oh yeah, it is from AHM. Surprising though is that it has KD couplers and KD wheels. Yep, we're not even halfway through. And next we got a El Capitan boxcar shell. Again, very simplistic. We have a, I don't really know what this is, an industrial gases boxcar. Again, yeah, this is another AHM piece. We have a shell to a lifelike auto rack. It's missing a bunch of parts, so I'm probably going to use this for parts, but I did want to point that out, that was there. Speaking of lifelike, we have a lifelike PFE, no, not PFE, a reefer. Very simplistic. I already own one of these, and I don't really need another one. It is unpainted, though, which probably might make me keep it. Speaking of reefers, we also have this Tycho Mantua Pacific Blue Express reefer. Missing a bogey, but solid roller. Next up, we have a couple more shells. Next, we have this trailer train chassis, a Golden West service hopper, and a CP rail hopper. These are all shells, and I'm probably going to be just fixing these up. Next, oh yeah, forgot this. We have a Katy cattle car shell. Again, probably going to be fixed and sold. We have a Suline gondola. Again, I don't really have much need for it. We also do have a Craft boxcar. Very weird. Both these are blue blocks. The Craft I'm probably going to be keeping. That's unique. That's something kind of unique. And in the lower bottom, we have this mini trains, I think, ice service only car, and a Boston and Maine box car. So we have those two. Next up, we have this load. I don't really know what this could be for. My guess is it could be used for this, potentially. Yeah, no. This is a Great Northern flatbed. This has metal wheels and knuckle couplers, which is a very big shock for me. I did not expect this. So, yeah. Finally, rounding it out, we have a Baltimore and Ohio boxcar shell. Oh, an Argo, a tanker, or this unbuilt blue box kit boxcar shell, I believe a roundhouse old-time ginger ale car. Move these. And finally, let's wrap it out with this Sonoma County Wines car. Oh wait, yep, there's still more. There's still more coming. Still more coming. Finally, finishing it off, we have this has just been scattered around the box, but there's a whole Intermountain kit here. This is the base, so I just wanted to point that out. There's a whole Intermountain kit included. Plus, we have this Lehigh Valley shell. And finally, a intermodal, which I'm going to sell to a friend who likes intermodals. That was a lot. And a lot of model trains. So, yeah. And this is currently piling all over the place, so I want to get this cleaned up soon. I will point out that there were a couple pieces which I did give to friends and other SPHS members who, yeah. One of them, it was a boxcar with an end-of-train device, so that's cool. And another one was a modern Walters hopper that was included, which one of my friends who likes modern stuff wanted. So, I hope you enjoyed. This was a very interesting video. And, frankly, this is probably going to be the only video with the blinds down here. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe.